All right, let's dive into one of the most incredible moments in all of Scripture. Exodus chapter 19. We're about to witness a moment that literally shapes the destiny of a nation, and honestly, it deepens our own understanding of what it means to truly encounter the living God. So picture this. It's been 3 months, 3 long months since they left Egypt. They've been wandering through this harsh, unforgiving desert, and they finally arrive. They're standing at the foot of the mountain, Mount Sinai. This is the place where everything is about to change.
And you really have to ask, who were these people right now? I mean, think about it. They're not slaves anymore, which is amazing. But what are they? They're not a nation yet. They're kind of in this weird in-between space. They don't have a land. They don't have laws. They don't really have an identity. In this moment, right here at Sinai, this is where God is going to tell them exactly who they are.
So let's get into it. The arrival at Sinai. It all kicks off with Moses, right? He's the go-between, the bridge connecting a holy God with this brand new group of people.
So you've got this massive camp of people, hundreds of thousands of them, just waiting down below. And Moses, he goes up the mountain, all by himself. And it's up there that God calls out to him. And it's not some distant, impersonal command. No, this is a personal message. And it's the foundation for everything that's coming.
And listen to how God starts this conversation. It's beautiful. He reminds them of what they've just seen. He says, "You saw what I did to the Egyptians and how I carried you on eagle's wings and brought you to myself." I mean, eagle's wings. That's not just I rescued you. That's powerful, it's protective, it's so personal. You see, the whole point wasn't just to get them out of Egypt, it was to bring them to him.
Okay, so God's reminded them of his love and power, but what comes next? Wow. It's this incredible invitation. This is really the heart of the whole chapter. This is why they're here.
He lays out this covenant offer. And yeah, there's a condition. If you will obey my voice. But the promise is just staggering. He's inviting them, this group of former slaves, to be his peculiar treasure above all people, a kingdom of priests, a holy nation. I mean, can you even wrap your head around getting an offer like that?
So let's break that down because it's so important. A peculiar treasure. That means you're special, you're valued, set apart. A kingdom of priests? That means every single person has a job to represent God to the rest of the world. And a holy nation? That means your whole way of life, your entire society is dedicated to God. This is so much bigger than just getting some rules.
So what do the people say? The response is instant. It's unanimous. The whole camp answers together. All that the Lord has spoken, we will do. No hesitation, no committee meetings. Just a simple, powerful yes. An amazing moment of unity.
Okay, so they've said yes. But you don't just casually stroll into a meeting with the God of the universe. No, this required some serious, deliberate preparation. They needed to understand just how holy the one they were about to encounter really is.
So God gives them 3 days, 3 days to get ready. And this wasn't just killing time, you know? This was an intentional period of consecration. They had to prepare themselves inside and out for this holy moment.
And he gives them specific instructions. First, wash your clothes. It's an outward symbol of an inward desire to be clean, to be pure. Second, be ready for that 3rd day. Get your heart right. And third, set a boundary around the mountain. This was so important. It was a physical line that taught them about the incredible holiness of God. You can't just approach him any way you want. And the warning that came with that boundary was intense. Whosoever toucheth the mount shall be surely put to death. This wasn't a suggestion. It was a life-or-death reality check about the awesome, even dangerous power of God's presence. You don't play games with holiness.
All right, so the 3rd day arrives. All the preparation, all the waiting, it all culminates in this moment. And what happens next is a display of divine power so awesome, so terrifying, they would never, ever forget it.
So the morning starts, but it's not a quiet sunrise. It's thunders and lightnings. Just imagine the sound, the sight of it. The whole sky's alive, announcing that something is happening. This is not a normal day.
Then this thick, heavy cloud just descends and blankets the entire mountain. It's kind of a paradox, right? The cloud hides God's full glory because no one could survive seeing that. But at the same time, the cloud itself reveals that he is there. It's mysterious and majestic.
And then comes the sound, the voice of a trumpet. It says, "But this is no ordinary trumpet. It gets louder and louder and louder, so loud that the scripture says everyone in the camp trembled. This is a sound that shakes you to your core." And it's not just what they're seeing and hearing, they're feeling it. The entire mountain starts to quake violently. The very ground they're standing on is shaking because its creator is there. It's an unbelievable display of raw power.
And then, the climax. The whole of Mount Sinai is covered in smoke. Why? Because the Lord descended on it in fire. The smoke is pouring off of it like a furnace. This is it. This is the presence of God made visible, glorious, powerful, and absolutely terrifying.
But right in the middle of all this cosmic light and sound show, something incredibly personal happens. Moses speaks, and God answers him with a voice. Out of all that fire and thunder and shaking comes a conversation. And that's what sets the stage for the Ten Commandments. It's not just a list of rules from a distant deity, it's a personal word from a God who is right there.
So, what does it all mean? What does it mean to be God's chosen people? Sinai shows us. It's living in this amazing tension, isn't it? On one hand, there's this awesome, holy reverence for his incredible power. On the other, there's this deeply intimate call to be his treasured possession. It's about both fear and love, awe and closeness. And really, isn't that the foundation of any real relationship with the living God?